Hi YouTube.
Hey.
Welcome back to our channel. It's Candy.
And Kai.
And we know we have been gone
A
for
long
so long.
time.
And we appreciate, first of all of your messages, all of your support, all of the when are y'all coming back? Are y'all ever gonna upload again?
We are okay. Thank you
okay.
for your concern. Nothing is wrong.
Nothing's wrong.
I think I told you before, my schedule at work becomes very busy at this time, so I'm barely sleeping and eating, honestly.
Yeah.
So I do apologize, and I do want to get better because I do appreciate all the support.
Yes, but we didn't want to take too long on that. I told her, like, I did not want to make a whole video about that. We just really wanted to jump back, and we wanted to jump back into some topics that we had. I actually screenshotted, screenshot, is that a word? Name? I don't know where my phone is now, but I'm going to run your name across the screen. Thank you so much for coming up with this request or wanting us to chat about this. But basically, you wanted to know, how did we go about introducing each other to our family? So yeah, we just wanted to make a video about it. It's something that, I don't know, we would have never really thought about. I don't know. Do you want me to start?
Yeah, you can start.
Okay. So how did I introduce Kai to my family? Well, first of all, it was always a little bit different for me, being that I was the one that came to live in Maryland with Kai. So they knew of Kaya before then because she had visited. I think did you visit my house before I moved? Actually, no, she didn't. She visited me in school, but my mother, she knew of her. Like, they were Facebook friends.
You came and saw me, but yeah. I didn't come to Detroit. I came to your college.
Right. Yeah. So I never had to really go through an introduction type of process. They just, they knew I was moving here for school. They knew of Kai. We took pictures. We posted pictures just fine. Yeah. It was just kind of like a thing that we felt like you didn't really have to, or I felt like I didn't really have to explain anything to anybody. And then for a brief period, we worked together. So when we worked together, we just kept everything very, like, strictly platonic and professional at work. So it really wasn't until maybe the last 2-3 years we just started to I started to get on Facebook, and I just referred to Kai as actually my girlfriend. So when she went home, I think the biggest introduction was probably my cousin's wedding. Yeah. But by this point, everyone in my family already knew. They already knew. So it wasn't even, they were just like, where's your girlfriend? When she's coming? And that's literally how easy it was. So we just kind of fell into an introduction. Yeah. It was never this awkwardness. Like, this is, guess who's coming to dinner? Right. It wasn't
and
that
now
type of
it's crazy because when she go home and I'm not there, her family's like, where's Kai?
Yeah, they always ask.
And because of my schedule, sometimes I'm not able to go. So it's not that I don't want to be there. I just can't be there. So,
But how did you introduce me?
How I introduced her was actually, her and I did a lot of FaceTime back in the day before we actually met, and we used to get
Skype.
FaceTime or whatever. You know what I mean? Video chat. Anyways, but my youngest son, he was always underneath me, so he would come and he would want to get on camera and say hi, and she's saying hi, so he kind of knew who she was. And my oldest son is the same way because they're very close to me, so they kind of knew who she was before she came here, just from that type of stuff. So when she came, I introduced her to them. They were very young at the time, so they just kind of meshed well together. And she's been to important things for them, like graduations and all kinds of stuff. So they have grown a bond themselves outside of me.
Right. So basically, the bias is that as far as introduction goes, there was no introductions. We literally just started being around each other's family. They started to love us, thank God.
And then it was just like, okay, well, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. And then the second part of the question was, how would you deal with if the children were small? Now, I don't have biological children. I think that it definitely depends on, like, lifestyle, how old the child is. Because certain things, like, if they're, like, really little, I think it's very moldable. Or if you just, like, have a baby. Because obviously, like, me and Kai want to have a baby one day, they're always going to know
Yeah.
You know, what is what? We have no other literal choice but to tell them that. But what would you say?
I would say that if the child is young, it's important, first of all, to discuss everything with your children.
Yeah.
And I say that because me and my children have such a bond. Even at their age, they tell me everything, even some of the things I don't want to hear. So, but it makes me really feel good as a mother because it's like, I had that bond with them that they feel like they can discuss anything with me because we started very early. So I would say that you should definitely have random conversations with your children. Bring situations up. I always ask them, well, if this was a situation, how would you feel? Because I want to know, how do you feel, so I know what's my next move? How do I need to approach the situation next? If this were to happen, how would that make you feel? Or am I doing anything that's making you feel uncomfortable or embarrassed? Because I never want to be that type of parent. You have to have that kind of communication with your children. So I feel like you should discuss, sexuality, strangely enough, very early on with your children, because you want them to be able to express to you if something is wrong, even outside of that. So
just differences in love, period. Like, differences in sexuality, differences like what our whole channel's about, age gap, everything like that. You have to tell these things to your kids because they really don't know, and you just really kind of look to the left and the right, and if a family don't look like your family, it becomes kind of confusing. And I think kids are curious, so they naturally ask a lot of questions. It's just like as you get into teen and adulthood, do we learn to like zip it? But kids are like 5 or so, they'll like flat out ask you like
all kinds of,
like, you ever seen that meme and the guy's like his nephew asked him like, Uncle Darius, why don't you have a wife? And he said, because I'm gay. And he said, well then why don't you got a husband? Like, kids know that freaking much. They're just that smart. So that's just really all that I would have to say about it.
I would definitely just talk to your children, no matter what kind of relationship you're in. But talk to them, explain to them that you don't have to. There's no gender that you need to have in order to feel love. Love is love,
And
so if this person is making you feel loved and happy, then, and that's where you want to put your energy, then that is your prerogative. So they need to understand, if mommy want to be happy with mommy, then that's just what it is. And daddy want to be happy with daddy, if that's the case, that's what it is. Just teach your children to accept people for who they are so that they can feel that same way.
That's a perfect way to wrap it up. Yeah. Thanks. All right, y'all. So thank y'all so much for watching. Please comment down below and give any type of tips or advice that you have. If you have small children in general, how did you introduce your family? Was it a smooth introduction? Was it rocky? We love to read y'all comments.
Yes, we appreciate all of them, even though we have not been the best at getting back. I do apologize once again.
Me too. But thank y'all again for watching. We're going to do so much better. We have so much in store for our channel. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. That's unreal, considering that we have about 7 uploads and we have not even been consistent. But we love and support, and we thank each and every one of y'all who do continue to still come to our channel. New supporters, old supporters. Somebody was like, I'm sharing this with all my friends. I'm like, oh my God. But thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all.
Keep the questions coming.
And we'll see you on the next video.
See you later.
Bye.